The information presented herein is supplied in good faith and to the best of our knowledge was current and accurate at the time of preparation. No responsibility can be accepted by Saint-Gobain Malaysia AAC Division Sindiran Berhad or its staff for any errors or omissions. The provision of this information should not be construed as a recommendation to use any of our products in violation of any patent rights or in breach of any statute or regulation. Users are advised to make their own determination as to the suitability of this information in relation to their particular purposes and specific circumstances. Since the information contained in this video may be applied under conditions beyond our control, no responsibility can be accepted by us for any loss or damage caused by any person acting or refraining from action as a result of this information. Saint-Gobain Malaysia AAC Division reserves the right to vary product specification without prior notice. Safety standards and guidelines. Put on a safety vest to ensure visibility of yourself to other workers at the site. Safety helmets must be worn at all times and slip on your gloves once ready to begin. Delivery. Henna AAC blocks are delivered to site secured on pallets. Using a forklift, pallets can be unloaded easily at the work area. Alternatively, suitable lifting accessories such as nylon straps may be used along with a crane or pulley. In line with standard safety practice, all lifting accessories should be inspected regularly for wear and tear. Mixing of thin bed adhesive (TBA). Henna AAC blocks are laid using recommended tools and accessories. Henna's specially formulated thin bed adhesive or TBA comes pre-bagged in 40 kilograms. The TBA achieves up to 4 hours fire rating, has the required bond strength and proven compatibility when used with Henna AAC blocks as a system. Prepare the TBA by mixing with 12 to 14 liters of water for each 40 kilogram bag. The TBA is thoroughly mixed using a stirrer attached to an electric power drill. After stirring between 3 to 5 minutes, let the mix stand for about 3 minutes for the additives to dissolve and finally stir for another 3 to 5 minutes. Too little water in mix. Uneven application. Too much water in mix. Dripping, messy and wasteful. Never manually mix the TBA. Never use a bricklayer's trowel to apply the TBA. A consistent TBA mix should be applied onto a piece of block using a notched trowel. Laying the first course of AAC blocks. Henna AAC blocks are supplied, packed and secured on pallets. In order to keep the blocks dry, only remove the plastic wrapping just prior to use. Once the site is ready for block work, you should commence by setting out the walls. For the ground floor and wet areas, a damp-proof membrane or DPC should first be installed to prevent rising dampness in the walls. Next, the first course of Henna AAC blocks is installed using a thick bed weak mortar. The thick bed weak mortar is prepared using a ratio of 1 part of cement with 6 parts of sand. The block is positioned using a rubber mallet and the level checked. The mortar bed is generally 20 to 30 millimeters thick. The block perpends are all fully bonded using henna TBA. For large quantities of cutting, a band saw provides speed and convenience. Henna AAC blocks can be cut easily using a tungsten tip saw. It is recommended to begin laying off the first course in the later half of the day. The first course of blocks should be allowed to set overnight before commencing subsequent courses. By laying the first course correctly, subsequent courses can be laid quickly and accurately. Henna AAC block laying. Ensure you have gathered the recommended tools and accessories before you begin. FB2 tie, notched trowel, rubber mallet, hand saw, spirit leveler. The AAC wall should be tied back to the structural concrete frame using FB2 ties with power-driven nails. Henna TBA is applied using a notch trowel to bond the henna AAC blockwork. FB2 tie spacing is 600 mm along columns. Be sure to match the size of the notch trowel to the width of the block to ensure full TBA coverage. All joints in the henna AAC wall should be fully filled with minimal gaps present. Long walls will require intermediate stiffness supports in accordance to design code. Maximum length of walls should be limited to 4 meters, while maximum height of walls should be limited to 4.5 meters. Scrape any excessive TBA away as work progresses. Any gaps between the reinforced concrete frame and block walls should be packed with a weak mortar. Chasings for mechanical and electrical services. Installation of electrical conduits and other services are convenient in henna AAC walls. First, mark the lines of the chasing. Next, cut the chasing using a circular saw. The tabs between cuts are then merely broken off using a chisel. The maximum depth of chasing should be 1/3 the wall thickness. Once conduits are installed, patch the chasings using a lean mortar. A fiber mesh should be used over the chasings when applying the skim coat or render coatings to prevent shrinkage cracks. Door frames and window frames. Both steel and timber door frames are easily installed into the henna AAC blockwork using the appropriate metal ties. Preferably, door frames should be installed prior to commencement of blockwork for secure fastening and easy installation. Fire doors, roller shutters, and heavy door types will require stiffener supports. Similarly, metal and timber window frames can be easily fitted into henna AAC block walls. Architectural features. Details such as window sills, copings, and fins can be constructed as part of the henna AAC wall. Other features such as groove lines, recesses, and arches are also easily integrated. Lintels. Henna lintels are available for installation over most standard openings. It is important to ensure that lintels have adequate bearing at the supports. Wall panels. Henna AAC wall panels are supplied to site in bundles. These are lifted into place by a crane using a cradle or nylon slings. All Henna AAC panels are clearly marked and should be installed in accordance to the approved shop drawings. Never interchange or substitute panels. Never cut panels unless indicated on drawing. Ensure level supports for panels. Ensure adequate bearing length as shown in shop drawings. Staircase. Where required, Henna AAC staircases can be designed and constructed as part of the structure. Wall coatings. All internal surfaces of Henna AAC walls are generally finished with a scheme coat of 3 to 5 mm thickness. For external surfaces, the Henna external render should be used to provide a weather-tight surface with a render thickness of 10 to 12 mm. Henna AAC scheme coat should be mixed with water in accordance with the instructions on the packaging. The use of reinforcing fiber mesh is strongly recommended at high-stress locations such as around door and window openings. Waterproofing. As with all masonry, it is required to waterproof Henna AAC walls in wet areas. The floor waterproof coating should be extended up the wall by 300 mm. At splash areas such as shower cubicles, the waterproofing should be extended to at least 1.5 meters high. Painting and finishes. The rendered Henna AAC wall may be finished with most types of common paint and coatings to provide the desired finish. For improved performance, flexible paint coatings may be used. Tiles may also be fixed directly onto Henna AAC walls using tiles adhesive. If necessary, a leveling render coat may be required before fixing the tiles. Wall fixtures. The proper plastic or nylon wall anchors should be used for fixtures on Henna AAC walls. Using the correctly sized anchor, various fixtures can be easily and securely fastened, such as air conditioners, kitchen cabinets, railings, light fixtures, as well as door and window grills. By following these basic guidelines and procedures, the installation of Henna products can be undertaken quickly while achieving the highest quality of workmanship.